Processing it with HDA. Okay, what is HDA? Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you as much as I possibly can about it, but we need your help. If you're an HDA owner, we've got a couple people lined up already, but we might have time to take your call. Give us a call and let us know what high-definition audio means to you, what it has meant to your musical listening enjoyment. It's a QVC exclusive. It plugs in as simply as another tape deck or...
Ever since seeing it probably 20-some years ago on QVC, I have been very curious about the high-definition audio processor featured on QVC. Well, for several years, I've actually been keeping an eye on eBay to see if one would pop up. And it seems that several new old stock ones have been popping up. So, for the opening bid of like $1, $2 plus $7 shipping, I now have one. It's just like as presented on QVC, a simple power input, and a DIN jack for the audio cables. In fact, here's the audio cables here, kind of chintzy. I mean, maybe 2 or 3 feet long. The power cable, thankfully, they're a little more generous with. Let's see here. A little later, I'll play some music samples through it. However, pros about it, you can adjust how much effect you want. When the unit is in bypass mode, it seems to be some kind of a hard switch bypass. In fact, if you put it in bypass mode, you can actually completely and totally shut the unit off, and audio will continue to pass through it, which is, I believe, a wonderful feature. Build quality, it's plastic, but it's mostly, it feels reasonably solid. It doesn't feel like a cheap piece of crap. So it gets points on that. The sound, that's what everybody's wondering. Well, before I give my opinion, I'm going to run a few test tracks through it, with and without it. I really wanted to be able to do a little comparison to Carver's sonic holography, but my Carver's been acting up and I just haven't had time to work on it. I know what needs fixed on it, so it's easy fix. I just gotta take it apart and do it. But in light of that, I decided I was just gonna keep this video focused on this and this alone. So here's a few music samples from min to high. I'm probably gonna run it. Music samples will probably be about there, unless otherwise specified. I'll give you a little taste of it at all the way up or something, and I'll let you see, hear, and decide for yourself what you think of it. However, and then at the end, I'm going to tell you what I really think about it. Oh! Well, here I am a day later after recording the first part of the video that you've already seen, and some interesting things. My initial impression of the HDA when I hooked it up to my bedroom stereo on the effects loop, my initial impression was, okay, as viewers of my show know, whenever a certain viewer, Rest Life, comes into the show, for the longest time, instead of saying hello, he would just go, sounds sushy. Well, I listened to it and I thought, this doesn't sound sushy. Sushy isn't the word. This sounds like and that was my initial impression of it. I tried different types of music, and while some sounded better than others, that's pretty much how the sound could be described. Then I went down to the Spin Cycle studio, hooked it up down there to record the music clips that you just heard. And the speakers down there are a lot wider apart. And I noticed it didn't quite sound so offensive. It didn't quite sound so bad. So that leads me to wonder if maybe further apart speakers would sound better. Third, in editing in this, I was doing it on the laptop with the laptop hooked into my home theater surround sound receiver. And I didn't realize it, but the front inputs on it were set to surround decode. And when I would play and edit down the track with the HDA processing, there was boatloads of sound information just coming out of my rear speakers. And I don't know how to describe it. I still think it sounds, it makes the music sound kind of mushy. I know that's not really a word. The high end is gone. The overall sound level tends to go up with it. And one last thing is that very track, that Elton John song, came off of a record. The channel balance between the left and the right on my turntable down there is far from even. And in fact, you probably heard that on the clean, no processing part. And you can hear when the HDA kicked in, it just kind of went crazy, and for lack of a better word, it just overcompensated on the weak channel. So, you know what? I still feel like I got my money's worth of $10 for just for a toy, something fun to play with, though I don't take it very seriously. I feel sorry for anybody who even paid the introductory price of $89.95 off QVC. I just had nothing else to say. So anyway, that's been my rather, I'm not going to say rather quick, but that's been my review of having the HDA box. I've only had it for a couple days. I just got it earlier this week in the mail. So I'm going to have a little fun with it, but to use as a serious home audio enhancer, not for me. But anyway, thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a constructive comment down in Lower Slobovia, the comments area. But this is my opinion. Your mileage and opinions may vary.